Welcome back to Ask the Attorney. I'm Amy Rao-Mohan along with Kevin Kennedy from the Kennedy Law Firm in Clarksville. Already getting a lot of calls today on different issues, estates, property type of questions, workers' comp, which we were talking about. Very, very complicated issue there.
It has been. You know, when we talk about the workers' comp, I understand everybody has an agenda. The insurance companies want their profits and minimum exposure. The business community, the Chamber of Commerce, they want minimum exposure. And then the worker, he wants to be taken care of. So he's looking for the legislative guys write laws to benefit the individual. The corporations can take care of themselves. So it is a power struggle legislatively. And so when we keep our voice, that's why you should try to stay involved. It does matter to vote people in those positions, your state representative and your senator, someone that you could talk to that you feel like wouldn't be a double cross or a sellout, because those issues are real and they will affect your family, your children, and generations to go. You know, they say when men's ideas and values change, the law changes. Interesting. Yeah,
we've seen that with the Supreme Court in a lot of cases recently. Please call that number at the bottom of your screen, 737-plus, 737-7587. We've got Nelda here. Hi, Nelda.
Hi.
Hello, Nelda. Go ahead.
You know, you bought ponies from us. Do you remember us?
Well, hello, Nelda. I still love ponies. I may still have some of those ponies that I bought. I've got a bunch of babies coming right now, so everybody loves to see all my little babies. Well, thank you, Nelda, for reminding me. That's a good time. Go ahead.
What my question is, okay, my daughter, my oldest daughter, has 3 children. Okay, she let them go to live with their dad.
Yes.
Okay, and they set her child support then without her knowledge, and now she is paying arrearage, and I think she owes like $5,000, and those children are over 20.
Wow. Well, let me address that. You know, what happened to you, and it's so good to hear from you, and thank you for calling. Everyone says, well, the children want to go live with their dad. And so people really don't want to spend money and get a new parenting plan. Well, listen to me. When you send them out of your home, it opens up a whole can of worms. And so what's happened now, whether she knew it or didn't know it, someone's gone, they've gotten a child support order of X amount of dollars, and you maintain, well, I never got served. I didn't even know that happened. Well, evidently, that order has been there. That child support is accrued over time, and now they're going to continue to collect that money. Also, another thing, you know, many times people say, well, I really can't afford to keep the kids. I'm going to send them. They want to be there. They're happier. Well, guess what? When they get on government assistance, the DA's office is going to pick up that case, and they're going to come after you. So you're not getting away. Child support is one of the things that will keep on riding you. Even after the child is 18, you still have that problem. So if I have children, you better have a good understanding before you turn them over. I have a lot of people make that mistake. And they say, well, they're already gone to California. And I said, well, you shouldn't have done that till we had a writing, and then we could have moved them.
Okay, good advice there, and we tend to get a lot of calls involving family law. So keep those calls coming, 737-737-plus, 7587. Kevin, you know, we've talked a lot about this show on different areas of the law. Is there a certain part of the law that you love practicing?
Well, you know, I really love to help people. And I've tried to evaluate, you know, why do you do this? You know, a lot of men like golf, and I really never really got into playing golf. I still have my horses, and I like that. And like this lady, you know, and I own lots of businesses, and I did at one time, owned 11 different businesses at one time. And they said, Kevin, why did you do it? It drove you crazy. Well, I loved helping people. I had carpenters and carpet people, I had plumbers, and I had just lots of people that I helped through all that time. And so if I could help you, it really makes me feel good. And, you know, I don't ever mind people coming up and say, can I ask you? You know, when I go to a restaurant, many times people are one right behind another. Hey, Kevin, I said, well, go ahead. That's all. It annoys some people that I'm with sometimes, but that's my basic nature. And if I wasn't a lawyer, I still want to go out. What do I want to teach my children? Both boys are doctors. I want to teach them to help. You know, you do reap what you sow. And so when it's all said and done, I have some knowledge and I want to share it. And I have some business formulas that are winners. You know, it doesn't hurt me for you and your husband to have a lot of success. It doesn't hurt me for me to tell your husband and say, hey, you ought to get a little corporation for this. It'll protect you somewhere down the road. And that's what I love to do. That's one of my fun. That's why I love to do this show.
Yeah, it is a great opportunity, for so many people to call in and get advice and learn from other callers as well.
Absolutely. We learn from each other all the time.
Yeah. Make sure you call that number at the bottom of your screen, 737 plus 737-7587. We've got Dorothy here. Hi, Dorothy.
Yes.
How can we help you?
I have a question for the lawyer.
All righty.
I have a problem with the IRS. They sent me a bill that I owed so much money, and I got a cashier's check and sent it to them. And then they said that there was a math error. And I've been trying to get the money that I sent back.
Yes.
And they're holding it for them, and they won't send it back to me. What must I do about it?
Well, again, they have so many hotlines. You know, the IRS is a total challenge.
Yeah.
Every time you try to call,
you're person
come on.
A challenge.
And then when we get a person, that when you call it back, you don't get the same person. So again, there's government officials. And there's supposed to be commissioners that are supposed to assist you with that. And I do my writing campaign. I do my documentation. When you get on the phone with these guys, try to get their name. Who are you? Do you have an IRS number? What office are you out of? And you try to pin them down. And you can send them back a letter and say, Dear Amy, this memorializes our conversation of today, wherein you told me that there's been a mistake. Well, I've got some documentation to rely on. And if it gets completely out of hand, if it's been lots and lots of money, you can always go hire a lawyer. And then the lawyer said, hey, I'll take it on a third. Whatever we can get back, we'll go do this and we'll negotiate it. But that is a barrage of problems. And you know what I learned from the people that had the richest? They said, we always get the best lawyers, always get the best accountants. And a lot of CPAs, many times they are able to get through to these people. And it might be just a modest fee. And when you got your money back, you'd be happy to pay them. If you don't get some help, you know, it's gone.
Yeah, and with tax season now, I'm sure a lot of people have IRS questions. So 737 plus 737-7587 is the number to call. And we've got Hiram here. Hi, Hiram.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I got a question for you. It's about something about to do with crime, and I was wondering, some of these hotels in the state of Tennessee, they tell about on news that they have drug buses, and I was wanting to know how come they don't arrest the owners of the hotels to put them in jail, and how come they bust drug labs, but then they don't arrest nobody, and how would that be a crime or not a crime? And like in stores, they have these machines, and they're plugged up to electricity, and you win money on them, and nobody don't get arrested on that. And sometimes FBI comes in and raids them, and I was wanting to know, how is that a crime too? Thanks.
Okay, good question. What you're kind of talking about is a little selective prosecution, and you're not supposed to do that. You know, some guys, in fact, if they're running a meth lab in a hotel, they have a right to take that property, and they could seize that property. So it's really dangerous for property owners to knowingly allow people to manufacture drugs in their properties, because they do take on the possibility of some forfeiture where the government could seize that. Back to some of your other questions. Yes, we know there's probably illegal gambling machines in these places, and if there is a tip and the TBI go in, they do raid them, they do seize the machines, and many times they will charge the owners for gambling, and I've represented some over the years that have been charged. And you know, it's a question, are they paying off? You know, one guy said, hey, my machines are just entertainment, it's amusement. And of course, lawyers dance in all those gray areas to try to protect their clients to the best. But if you're actively doing illegal things and you know it, it's just a matter of time till somebody will catch you and you'll have to pay the price. It's not really worth it. People can say, you know, we steal. If you steal and we've represented lots of people that's been in embezzlement and all these things over the years. I've never seen one yet. So if they had to do it again, they would do it because it's not worth it when it's all said and done.
All right, we've got Taylor here. Hi, Taylor.
Good evening, and thanks for this program. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Let me give a little background, then I'll ask my question. I have 6 months ago a 52-year-old sister taking an afternoon walk down a sidewalk in East Tennessee, and a female drunk driver crossed the lane, hit her, pinned her against a tree. She was in University of Tennessee Hospital 48 days in intensive care. This gal had no insurance. She had a suspended license. She was charged with reckless homicide. But my point is this. All of these cases, and they're just numerous with no insurance, although it's required in Tennessee.
Yes.
I've carried full insurance all my life. I would like to ask you somewhat of a political question.
Okay, I'll take it.
How can we encourage our legislatures to get more serious about the prosecution and the examination by the clerk's office of proof of insurance before you get your license? Now, I know their question is, oh, well, you could have a policy and it run out next month. Well, I understand that.
Yes.
But that could be worked around. These offices are wanting to issue passports and other things for revenue. I would rather see this legislature and the judges in this county, in the case I was talking about, they charged her with no insurance, but that didn't even come up at trial.
Wow.
That aggravated me, and I felt so sorry for that hospital. They must have spent $1 million in care for an uninsured patient. And so anything you could, I want to take up this cause with my legislature and the others I can talk to. So help me out on that.
I like that. And, you know, concerned citizen and an informed citizen, you ought to run for the representative yourself. And I love what you're saying because it is a real problem that affects everyone. And yes, if we sat down and we studied and you and I believe we could come up. Now we got to sell the other legislature guys that this is a good idea and move. But there are ways. I love identifying the problem, evaluate it, and then let's come up with 2 or 3 or 4 plans that will address that. You know, harsher punishment, yes. Insurance adjustments, yes. Incentives, yes. I would come up with some ideas. It takes more thought, but thank you for that analysis, and I concur with you.
All right, and you can keep calling that number at the bottom of your screen, 615-737 plus 737-7587. And we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back with Kevin Kennedy after this.